Hello, my 8 subscribers, 9 subscribers, I forget how many there are, but welcome. Today I'm going to talk about something I wanted to talk about for a while, but I keep forgetting about it. That's basically the stances on the wars between Israel and Iran, Russia and Ukraine. I oftentimes like to refer to the people who support Russia, like those Westerners who support Russia and whatnot. I call them the Anti-Globalist Globalist Club, after the anti-social social club, in the time of, I refer to that era as the douchey rich Asians. That was a fun era, with Rice Gum and 88 Rising. Not all members of 88 Rising were douchebags. I really enjoyed the Higher Brothers, but the guy who ran it, I watched a documentary about him, and I was just like, Brev. Alright. Anyways, Anti-Globalist Globalist Club. This is like the right-wing people that say, the Western society has completely forced all this LGBT stuff down our throats, and we hate Jews. Let's support Russia. And we'll ignore the fact that Russian troops rape each other regularly, and that Russia's a society that is quite, they don't go to church and whatnot, and they they have the highest HIV transmission in the world. Got lots of tuberculosis, 1 in 5 when they stopped counting. It's a real nasty strain too. You don't want to get into that. They just kind of look at the propaganda. Like, Putin has built a massive Orthodox church for the military. And that's that. Then you have the people on the left, the Hassanians. I'm going to call them the Hassanians because all these people align under Hassan. You're a leftist, you hate Jews, and you kind of have this weird relationship with Islam where you glorify it, and it's real strange because like all the LGBT people really support Islam, and it's like, dude, do you realize it rains homosexuals in Grozny? But I digress. That's kind of the other crew. Now, these people have double standards for Muslims. They also have double standards for what it means to be victorious for these two groups. You have people like Danny Haifong, who kind of took this information that some F-35s have been shot down, and the Iranian government kind of put out these AI photos that weren't real, and no, they didn't shoot anything down. We're not really afraid of Russian missile defense being able to track F-35s and F-22s. It's just they can't. Their S-400 system was on during the Battle of Qashm when when the Wagner group attacked U.S. forces in Syria, and it failed. It was not able to track these F-22s. In this double standard they have, like if Iran shot one of those jets down, victory. That is a victory against the United States. No matter what the United States does, the total regime change. If Iran said, screw Islam, we're not Muslim anymore, let's be Christian now, they'd be like, well, Iran shot down one of your F-35. That is resistance, and China and North Korea are still in this fight against you. So, let's go back to the Anti-Globalist Globalist Club. Now, I call it that because I saw this wonderful meme of, like, the Chud guy. You remember the Chud, that guy who shot up Walmart, who was like, I'm an angry guy, I can't have sex. Sex is everything, and I can't have it, so I'm going to shoot up a Walmart. Anyways, in his little box, people defending that war, they were like, it's like, I do not support America's globalist multicultural empire. I support Russia's globalist multicultural empire. This goes back into that double standards. If you ask me, Russia has a far more diverse globalist empire than the United States does. Alright, Slavs. Russians are Slavs. They're white. Some white supremacists might disagree, but I'd say they're white to most white supremacists. Persians make about 30% of Iran's population. I need a napkin. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I don't want to get all nasally. They're white. They're Indo-European, but probably most white supremacists would say no, they're not white. China, definitely not white, but, they do call them based. They're based and red-pilled. That's kind of the thing, though. I used to be a total edgelord, and I did not like Israel for the longest time. And, I'm still kind of on the fence of, how close of an ally they should be, but I feel like they have every right to exist. I don't care. But these are people who this is why I kind of turned away from not liking Israel, was based etiquette. We're supposed to be glorifying the based etiquette. Based is the thing to be. That is what makes you the hot dog, You are based and red-pilled, and you're supposed to hate Israel. Why? You're supposed to hate Jews? Why? Really? I'm supposed to hate these people that make up a fifth of chess grandmasters, 1/3 of Nobel Peace Prize winners are here, half of corporate American CEOs? How is that something that I'm supposed to frown upon? But I gotta glorify Ding Dong. You can't take a country 1/3 of his size. Can't even take 20% of it. Oh yeah, Putin's doing great, guys. That's another thing. Putin is not winning this war. He needs that demographic. He needs that border. He needs to get to the Carpathian Mountains to have a secure border. And then he needs to go and take a bunch of other countries after that, and he can't even take a fifth of this one. And you guys are like, oh yeah, Putin's gonna save the world because he's based and red-pilled, and he hates homosexuals, sort of, and, well, he doesn't hate Jews. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He hates Jews, right? No, he said he was a Jew, in fact. Says, I'm part Jew, I'm part Chechen, I'm part Bosch, I don't think he is, but, I get his sentiment. He wants to unify the Russian culture. I need another napkin. I think I'm coming down with something, fellas. I don't have another napkin. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Let's just get that clear. Now, Iran. My stance on Iran, I don't want any... If I get it, I get civilians die and these kinds of things, but let's avoid civilian casualties at all costs. I don't really want Trump going in and bombing the place, but if it just sticks to a few bombs, I guess I could be okay with that. Blowing up this nuclear facility or that military base or that hangar with a bunch of airplanes, that's okay, I guess. But I think, bombing civilians would turn the Iranian people right back to their leader. And I feel like Iran, by the end of the century, Iran, Egypt, Lebanon, maybe Tunisia, aren't going to be majority Muslim countries by the end of the century. I feel like they are going to be Christian countries again someday. Because I feel like Islam's it's failing due to the internet. But that's all I got for now, so goodbye.